Hey there, it's Bogdan, and today I want to talk to you about the psychology of health and fitness, because there's a lot of information out there about health and fitness, about how to be fitter, how to work out and move your body, how to be healthy, how to eat right. There's a lot of information out there, but I found that one of the biggest things that stops us is not that we don't intellectually know what we should do. We know what we should do, but there's a psychological aspect to it, an emotional aspect that holds a lot of people back. So what I want to do for you in this video is talk to you about 6 kind of insights that I picked up working with customers and clients all around the world, helping them with their psychology, helping them rewire their brain for success in many areas of their life. I'm going to give you 6 keys, 6 secrets that you can use to be able to master the psychology, the mindset side of health and fitness, and as a result, be healthier, be fitter, get into better shape, feel better, be more energized within your body. That's what I'm going to help you do in this video. The psychology of health and fitness. How do you take what you already know you should be doing and actually make sure you implement it by mastering the psychology side? So let's begin. Number 1 over here. The first key is motive. Motive, as in, why do you want to do that? All change starts with this. It starts with a reason for why we want to make a change in our life. When it comes to information, a lot of people know that they should be healthier, they should be fitter, they should be eating differently, they should be doing different things, but they're not doing it. And one of the reasons is because of motive. They don't have a strong sense of why. Why are they doing this? Let's say they set themselves a goal of losing some weight, or they set themselves a goal of working out, or they set themselves a goal of eating better and going on a diet. 97% of diets fail, 90 to 97%, almost 100% of diets fail. And one of the reasons is because they don't have a strong sense of why. This is also one of the reasons why when you look at health and fitness, it tends to go down when people, for example, get into a relationship. For example, when people are single, they tend to be in better physical shape. But when they get into, let's say, a relationship, they get married, they have kids, they get into worse shape. And one of the reasons is because motive is missing. At the beginning, there's kind of like a biological motive that we have because we want to look attractive for the other sex. We want to look attractive to be able to get into a relationship, to find a partner and so on. But that motive goes away once we're already in that relationship. And so what do we need to do? Again, in that situation as well, we need to plug in a new motive. And so I want you to ask yourself, if you have a weight loss goal, a fitness goal, a workout goal, a diet goal, a health and fitness, a well-being goal, what's the reason you want to do it? Figure out what's going to be that emotional reason that's going to pull you through this. Maybe you want to get into the best shape of your life, because why not do it? Why not get into the best shape of your life? Maybe you want to be stronger, physically stronger. Maybe you want to look in the mirror and you want to be proud of what you see when you look in the mirror. Maybe you want to be able to run like a marathon someday because you struggled with long distance running throughout your life, and now that's a vision item for you. But find something that's going to compel you, a very clear reason. And the second thing is, it's not enough to just write down, hey, I want to be healthy because of this. It's not enough of just logical arguments. We need to actually internalize this. We need to get clear. We need to, almost one of the powerful tools I use when I coach clients is visualization. We need to actually visualize it so we feel it in our body. Our emotion is what drives our motivation. That's what studies show now. Our emotion is what drives our motivation, our action. And so we've got to get ourselves emotionally engaged with that. And so if you have a reason, after this video perhaps, close your eyes and envision what would that feel like when you're in the best shape of your life. What would that feel like if you had the health and fitness that you desired? What would that feel like? What would that be like? And feel those emotions in your body so you can connect that to that goal that you have, and that will move you, push you forward. So that's the first key, motive. The second key here is to take control. Take control. One of the other psychological reasons for why people struggle with their health and fitness, why they're perhaps overweight, why we see 1/3 and 2/3 of, for example, the US population overweight and even obese at this point, that's what the statistics show. One of the reasons is because they feel out of control. We've been fed kind of this lie, this misconception that our health and fitness, that our body, that our weight, that our health, our longevity is something outside of our control. That it comes down to your genes and it comes down to things around you and diseases and this and that. But there's a lot of exciting research that's coming out that shows us that we are far more in control of our health and fitness, our longevity, than, for example, genetics. For example, now they're showing that genetics, people used to say that, hey, genetics, because my father or my grandfather or my grandma or my mom or whatever, because they had some illness, some sickness in the body, because they lost their hair, because they weren't in the best shape, because they, for example, had cancer or something like that, because they had it, people think that they're going to have it too. But they show now that genetics is only about 3 to 5% of what's going to happen to you long term when it comes to your health, not 100%. It's a misconception, it's a lie we've kind of been fed. And the reality is you are far more in control, and owning the fact that you are in control. It's your choices that are the number one predictor of your health and fitness, not your genetics, not your background, not where you were born or who your parents were. It's your sense of control. It's you're in charge of your health and fitness. Owning that is a big step. Why? Because motivation, which is what's going to get you results, motivation, one of the big factors is belief. If we believe something's going to happen, we're going to be more motivated to make it happen. If we believe that we're genetically screwed, that we're messed up from the beginning, from birth, we're going to have some illness in the future, if we believe that, your brain kind of goes, what's the point? Why would I work out? Why would I take care of my body? Why would I stop smoking? Why would I stop drinking? Why would I stop eating sugar? Why would I do any of that if I'm doomed for some genetic destiny anyway? Again, the moment that we own. And so go out there and look at these fascinating research. There's a lot of documentaries showing about genetics are only a small part. Your choices, your free will, your choices are the biggest factor that determines that. When you take control, now you're going to believe, hey, I can make things better. Carol Dweck talked about this in her book, Mindset. It's a big kind of philosophical idea, which is the growth mindset. When you believe that it's possible for you to get better, you will get better. It's correlated with better improvement, with results, with progress. And that will help you with your motivation. It will help you follow through. It will help you do better and therefore get the health and fitness you want. So that's the second key. The third key here is underlying triggers. Underlying triggers. For example, when most of the times when we make bad choices, health-wise, bad choices, when we, for example, eat that chocolate cake when we know we shouldn't be eating it, when we drink, when we smoke, most of those things come from underlying triggers. For example, let's take the example of chocolate cake. The reason most people, when they reach for bad food, when they reach for things that are unhealthy and filled with sugar, the reason they're doing that most of the time isn't because of the thing itself. It's because of the emotion that they're in at that time. For example, most people reach for a cigarette when they're stressed out because the cigarette calms them down. They smoke, it calms them down. That's a trigger. It's stress. Whenever they feel stress, there's an urge. That's a trigger in their brain to be like, okay, I'm going to go for a cigarette. And it activates that habit, that pattern. For the chocolate cake, through basically years of conditioning, there's been many, many times where we've been sad growing up, and then we are sad in that moment, and then we eat chocolate cake, or we eat something that's bad for us, and because of that sugar in that, we start to feel better. And so our brain links, okay, when I feel bad, the fastest way for me to feel better is to eat something unhealthy. And we could kind of repeat this pattern for years and years and years. And so that's our automatic impulse. Think about it. The last time that you were very sad or angry, what did you do? Did you reach for the salad or did you reach for the chocolate cake? Again, it's because of that programming, that conditioning. And so the next part, the psychological and kind of next tip for health and fitness is becoming aware of this. It's in those times when we're emotionally sad, when we're angry, when we're frustrated, that we're unlikely to make good health choices. And so in those times, one of the biggest keys that I work with clients on is finding and conditioning an alternative. When you're sad, what is your instinctive thing to do? And you can change it, by the way. And so what you got to be aware of it. Right now, maybe as soon as you're sad or angry or frustrated, you're automatically, because of years of conditioning, you go straight for something unhealthy because that's going to make you feel good in the moment. But instead, you can condition. For example, I became very conscious about this. And whenever I get frustrated or I get sad, I almost instantly go into meditation. I'm like, okay, I'm feeling frustrated. What can I do? And it starts off conscious. It's like, okay, let me go and sit down and let me breathe. Let me breathe deeper. And that's going to help me emotionally. And so that became something that at first it became conscious. Now it's almost automatic. Whenever I feel sad or frustrated, my brain goes, okay, it becomes aware of that fact. And it's like, okay, what can I do? Maybe I can go into meditation. Maybe I can breathe. Maybe I can go for a walk. And you start to do it bit by bit. Next time you're sad, next time you're angry, next time you're frustrated, just wait. Give yourself, hey, 5 minutes. And maybe I want the chocolate cake, and become aware of that impulse, but be like, okay, I can have it in 5 minutes. First, let me go for a walk. First, let me breathe. First, let me go take a shower. First, let me do something else that's going to change how I feel in this moment. And then resisting the chocolate cake will become easy because your emotions no longer align with that. And so becoming aware of these emotional impulses and then starting to condition your response. Think about it. Sadness, anger, frustration. When you feel these things, which we all do, where does your brain lead you towards? And how can you change that kind of conditioning? Now, the next step here is awareness and tracking. That's number 4. They did a study. And they got people, the group of people, the researchers kind of got together and they studied them. And they told them, don't make any conscious changes to your health, to your diet, to your fitness. Don't make any conscious changes. The only thing we want you to do in this study is write down what you eat, every single meal, everything you put into your mouth the whole day. Write that down. And all the exercise that you do, whether that's a run or a workout, going to the gym, swimming, whatever, write it down. That's it. They told, don't make any conscious changes. Don't attempt to improve your health in any way during the study. The only thing you need to do is write down, okay, what food you eat during the day. Just write it down, log it all, journal on all of it, and what exercise you do. And they repeated that over a number of days. And they found, here's the shocking part, the researchers found that the people actually started eating better. They started losing weight from doing nothing other than simply writing down what they eat every day. Why? Because whenever we write something down, like when you're writing down unconscious, this is a subconscious, unconscious process. When you write down, okay, here's what I eat, here's what I ate. When we look at that at the end of the day, it's kind of like, oh, okay, I ate all this, I didn't eat anything healthy today. And so we unconsciously start to make improvements in our lives. And so one of the biggest tips that I've shared with clients over the years is this: tracking frequency. How frequently are you tracking? For most people, get on a weighing scale once every 2 years whenever there's one around them. Most people think about their physical body and their health and well-being only once things get bad. But again, if you can improve this awareness and tracking here, if every day you can kind of journal on what you're eating, that's one of the simplest things you can do to improve your health and fitness. Because every time you write that down, unconsciously you're going to want to improve it because you're writing it down, you're tracking. In business, it's identifying what are the key performance indicators, what are the KPIs that are going to help you get better results, and tracking those as frequently as you can. Same applies here. This is the psychology side, and it applies to many areas of our life. So that's number 4. The 5th tip and key I got for you is to focus on what you want. If you want to improve your health and fitness, this is one of the biggest keys I can share with you. A lot of people, when they go about making a change to their diet, to their health, to their well-being, one of the things that they do is they're like, okay, I'm not going to eat this anymore. I'm not going to eat this. I'm not going to eat McDonald's. I'm not going to eat sugar. I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to eat this. I'm not going to eat this. And their entire focus is on what they're not going to eat or what they're not going to do. And none of their focus is on what they want, when in fact that's what it should be. I made a video a while ago about this kind of philosophy here, about one of the best things we can do when it comes to change and making change effectively is to focus on what we want and focus on doing that as much as possible. Think about it. We can only put so much food in our body in a day. If we focus, we can completely ignore not eating this, not eating this. If you just focus on adding more salads, more shakes, more smoothies, more good things, more fruit, more vegetables, more things that are good for you, more time working out. If you just focus on doing more of that, the bad will fade away naturally. Think about it. One of the big topics I teach is productivity. I tell people the same concept here. If you don't forget ignoring distractions and getting rid of this stuff, start here. If you fill the time that you have, the 24 hours you have, with more good things, more productive, meaningful activities, the unproductive activities will automatically fall away. Why? Because you only have 24 hours in a day. And so focus on what you want. And I'll end this point here with a great quote, incredible quote. I really, really love this quote, which came, and the quote is this, and I'm paraphrasing here. It goes like, "Don't invite me to an anti-war rally, I won't be there. If you invite me to a pro-peace rally, I will be there." And that came from Mother Teresa. She understood this. She understood that when we focus on what we want, Because when we're focusing on constantly what we're not having, our focus is there, and psychologically we're going to be pulled towards that whether we realize it or not. If we focus on what we want and we put our attention there, we're more likely to get there. And so she said, don't invite me to an anti-war rally, I won't come. If you invite me to a pro-peace rally, I'll be there. Do the same for your health and fitness. So that's number 5. And then the final key I've got for you in this video is patience. See, from the time that we start to make changes, let's say it's a new diet, let's say it's working out, let's say it's going to the gym, whatever it is, when we make a new change, sometimes we're psychologically, we start to think, oh, okay, I should be getting results right away. I'm taking new actions, why am I not seeing better results? And that's because there's kind of a lag time between the actions that we take and the results we get. Think about it. When you go to a gym and you work out really, really hard, if you go in the evening and you look at yourself in the mirror, nothing's going to change. And so some people get disencouraged by that fact. They're like, oh, I should have 6-pack abs right away. I should be fit. I should be healthy right away. And they get disencouraged by this fact. But when we understand there's kind of like a lag time, we take new actions, but new results may not show up for a week, for a month. But we got to stay at it, and we got to be patient with the process. We got to trust that process. The results will show up. We can't get disencouraged when there's no results right away. We got to be patient through the process. And when we adopt this kind of psychological state of being patient, of believing and trusting the process that we set out for ourselves, the plan that we put out for ourselves, and we trust that and we go with it, and we every day, we go, let's say in this case, go to the gym every day and we work out every single day or 5 times a week or whatever it is for you. But you do it every single day and no results are showing, but you keep at it and you keep at it and you keep at it and still no results, but you keep at it and you keep at it, the results will start to show. And at that point, it's easy because you're in momentum. You can see better results. You can see that, hey, working out has led to this, or this new diet has led to this. You can see that. At that point, it's easy. But what most people quit in is in those first 30, 60, 90 days. That's when most people quit. They quit because there's a lag time. They're taking new actions, but there's no results, and they get frustrated. Instead, adopting the psychological kind of state of patience, of trust, of surrendering to the process, the plan that we laid out for ourselves. And so there you have it. Those are 6 kind of psychological keys, secrets, tips, whatever you want to call them, for helping you improve your health and fitness. Take this, combine it with the good information you already know about what you should be doing and what you shouldn't be doing, and you'll be able to achieve not just the mental, the personal growth, but the physical improvement that you desire, the health and fitness that you want, you desire, and you deserve. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you like it, make sure you comment, make sure you share it out to people that will find this useful. And then, of course, I look forward to seeing you in another video. I look forward to maybe one day meeting you and connecting with you sometime in the future. But go out there and have an incredible, incredible day.